So, welcome to OSLinux1. This is going to be the first video in my new channel, on my new channel of OSLinux1. So let me give you a quick introduction about this channel. This channel is going to be about the Linux operating system. It's a operating system for computers. It's open source based software. That's a very good alternative to Windows. And what you're looking at here is the desktop environment that I have set up. The distribution of Linux that I have is Debian 12. And we'll go over that here in a little bit. But to give you a little background, several months ago, my IP address was hacked, and my former computer operating system was compromised, and whoever hacked it was able to pretty much take full control of my computer. So one of the first things I did, of course, I contacted Microsoft support and things like that, but after that I decided to completely remove Windows. Prior to that major hack, a real hack, not just some malware or spyware, even though it may have been a form of spyware, I had problems with Windows in the past with various different types of software. Windows, they do so many updates, and with new updates sometimes they enable or disable new features, and it can interfere with other software. And with Windows, there's a lot of stuff running in the background, which is one of the reasons why even with a new computer you might notice that it seems a little sluggish in light of the fact that it's a brand new computer. Well, that one of the main contributing factors for that is the nature of Windows. But so I pretty much got to the point to where it said I'm no longer pleased with Windows. It caused me a lot of problems. So I looked into Linux, or I had some previous awareness or knowledge of Linux at the time, but I had not switched to fully using just Linux. But so I since then decided to replace Windows on my desktop with Linux Mint. It's a free software. You don't have to pay for it. Hence, the title open source. It's open. It's free. It's not closed source. So I switched to Linux Mint, which is Linux from a different distribution, Mint. It comes with a desktop environment called Cinnamon. And this one comes with a desktop environment, or the one I have or using currently is called Plasma. And I'll get into that here in just a moment. But just so you know that the layout of this desktop is comparable to Windows, and it's very customizable. This is how I have mine set up. Just like, you know, you have your toolbar, your applications, you know, it's very comparable. you know, with this desktop environment or theme, Plasma, it comes with a package of software. It's got LibreOffice, comes with Mozilla Firefox web browser. It's got Dolphin File Manager, multimedia. I have OBS Studio, which I installed after the fact, but it has various different types of software packages installed. And that's not with Debian, that's just with a desktop environment. But I'll go to Debian's website. It's a distribution of Linux. It says powered by Google, and in the future I plan on changing that search engine, getting away from Google. Anyways, so yeah, this is the website. Pretty straightforward, basic and plain. Anyways, you can go to their website. There's actually a newer release that was released in December as an update, but right down here, if you follow the cursor with me, you'll see GNOME 43, KDE Plasma 5.27, LXDE 11, LXQT 1.2.0, Mate, XFCE. These are desktop environments, as it says right up above. And you have the option of picking any of these. You can select them all, and then when you go to sign in with your password or username, you can switch between which different desktop you would prefer. I just opted for the Debian desktop and KDE Plasma. So, and I'll show you what the Linux looks like without a desktop environment as well. But you know, this is just basic, plain. This is how I have mine set up. You can customize it differently. You can say I got it as a light color, but you can change it to dark. I'll show you. You can change it to dark if you want. You can even download here online different themes if you for KDE. You know, and you can type in all kinds of stuff, and there's just all kinds of custom themes. You know, so it doesn't always have to. Yeah, they even have one for Windows 11 if you want it. But let's see, Nordic. It's a pretty neat one. And you can install them, and then you can select. But there's a variety of different ones. Quite a few actually. And wallpapers and stuff. And that's just for KDE Plasma. You can get different themes for different desktop environments. But so you know, there's a lot of customization. But I prefer the light colored. Okay. Hopefully this goes back to. Okay. Yeah. All right. But you can change a lot of stuff and customize it. Let's see here. Application style, plasma style. So you can just change a lot of different things. And this is just what it comes with. You can, like I said, you can download, get new plasma themes. But, oh, it changed my background. Well, I need to change my wallpaper back. Where is my, oh, there we go. These are, you can get different wallpapers and things like that. But I think, was it this one? I think it was this one I had. Okay. Yep, this is the one I had. So anyway, so this is how I have mine set up. But so this is just a desktop theme that you can get, and I'm going to show you some of these other ones because they're a little different. GNOME desktop environment. It's comparable to like Windows 11 or Mac OS, you know. So I don't know about GNOME 45. Let's see, that's the newest release. Let's see here. So I mean, it comes with a variety of different features, and icons and apps, and you know. So so you can get desktop environments that are very similar to Windows, you know. And there's a lot more that you can do than just select between different desktop environments. And this is just with Debian, and I'm going to go over that there's many other distributions of Linux. So I showed you KDE Plasma, which I'll go ahead and go to their website too. Just gives you a general idea. This is how I have mine set up. You can pick different desktop themes and stuff. Let's see here. LXDE. Just go to is it L? Yeah, desktop. There we go. XQT. This is another one. Ambience. You know, you can change colors in these too, but you can see it's a little different. You know, and they have different themes. But so you can pick from different desktop themes, and there's more than just the ones I've shown you. Mate, XFCE. Let's go to XFCE. So there's different desktop environments. You know, it's the interface of the operating system that you can. It's a graphical interface is what they refer to it as, or what it refers to as. But it's, you know, just a way for you to utilize the operating system. So anyways, let's get off these. Move on. Try to make this a short video. Linux distributions. Linux distribution list. So as you will see, there are many Linux distributions. There's Ubuntu, which is popular, Fedora, Arch, Ubuntu, EndeavourOS, SUSE Linux, which is typically designed for servers, primarily. Enterprise distribution. They're tailored to, companies that have that use servers and things like that. But anyways, and there's more than this. There's Linux Mint, which is really popular. It's a very easy one to use. I'll go ahead and visit it since it is probably one of the easiest distributions of Linux to use. It's very simple. It's a very easy way, simple process to download it. You can also customize the desktop on it. It comes with desktop environment Cinnamon. So I was hacked several months ago, and I chose to get away from Windows. A lot of malware and spyware that infects and attacks your computer that has Windows will not affect or usually does not affect Linux the same way. Malware is typically operating system specific. In addition to switching from Windows to Linux, I also decided to use a virtual private network. So I did my research, and I decided on VPN provider Proton. So I installed that. So I do have a virtual private network. They do have an option for a free variant, but I have the high-speed variant, so I pay for it. It's not expensive. It's like $12 a month. Anyways, but yeah, it provides you with a safe and secure IP address. It scrambles your signal so that they can't track it. So, simply put, it's not perfect, but it's one of the top 3, and there's many VPN providers. But a lot of people might not think that they need all that, and I was probably one of those people too until I literally got hacked. I mean, I could sit there and watch them open up stuff on my computer, and I could not stop them. I said, nope, you're not doing this. I removed the operating system, changed passwords, changed email. I have encrypted emails now. Changed credit card information, all that stuff. So that should, at the very least, slow them down. Some of that stuff they won't get through, but and it's not just somebody getting your Wi-Fi password. That was an actual hack. I don't know how they did it. It's not one of those where you go to some website and it says, "Oh, this computer has been infected with a virus." No, it was a much more subtle, real hack. So after that, I decided to change how I do things online. And prior to all this, I built computers and stuff. But now I'm focused more on operating systems and other software. Programs, networking, programming, things like that now. So that's what this channel is going to be about. There's a lot that I want to cover. But I need to break that up into more videos. I need to try to keep this video relatively short to start out with. I'm going to be trying to cover things like Gen 2 Linux and learning Gen 2, Arch Linux and learning Arch Linux, and other resources that will help you learn Linux. I have a variety of different resources that will help you. I've looked into it because I'm still learning myself, but there's quite a bit to it depending on how deep you want to get into it. Some tutorials and videos on YouTube and even some books, it seems like a lot of them kind of assume that you understand some things and then they start from there. They don't really go far enough back to kind of lay the groundwork to move forward in learning Linux. It's not real complicated. It's just due to the way Linux works. They don't really, a lot of them don't really start at the right spot. Different people are in different positions, but as for somebody that's completely new to Linux, it's almost like they need to go back to being introduced to a computer for the first time, because there's certain things about it that's different. Just briefly, let's go down here. Oops, wrong one. Let's go right here. You have with Linux, you have a terminal. And with a terminal, you give the computer instructions via the terminal, and it does what you want it to. Does what you want it to via the command line. So there's a lot along the lines of this. So, like, for example, you can request for updates, you can reboot, you can download packages, software, things of that nature from the command line. And so learning Linux is, you have to pretty much learn the command line. And so in my experience, a lot of these sources that should teach you the command line and how to install different versions of Linux, how to do things like create a bootable disk, how to partition disks, how to separate those partitions, how to format them, things like that get a little more complicated. For someone who's completely new to it, it doesn't really, a lot of these sources don't really communicate that very well. Throughout my work experience and in the past, I've had to train a lot of people on a lot of things, and through process of time, it's just conventional wisdom. You learn to how to communicate with people, to keep in mind that it's all new to them, and you have to simplify it. You have to educate them and then test them on what knowledge they retained, make an assessment where they are, and then move forward from there. A lot of the resources that I come across kind of started too far along down this process, and some of the information needed to move forward is critical. It's not complicated, it's just they left it out. They started a little too far ahead, and but But some sources, they pretty much start from the beginning. So I'll go over that on the next episode, and we'll learn Linux. So thank you for visiting my channel, and I will see you again here next time on OS Linux 1.